to your September numerology reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, as you can tell, friends, I have a new tablecloth up for September. This month it is yellow. When I was picking, I was like, you know what? I feel like we can do it this month. So I decided to pick the yellow one. So going straight to we can do this. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, friends, in your numerology. Remember, this can't resonate with everybody, so sorry. You know, I wish it could, but I know it's not going to. So, and whatever is said, take what resonates and take whatever doesn't and throw it away. Okay, so let's get in here. Where are you, Virgo? This is a 3-card spread, so looking for 3 cards. Getting straight into the situation. Okay, so here we go. First card is parenting. Okay, that's the situation. The action need to be taken is compassion, and the overall is moderation. Ooh, using some moderation, learning to use moderation. Okay, with the parenting card over here, you have 63. So 6 plus 3 is 9. So wanting to take this to you're trying to end this situation. It feels like with parenting, there's only 3 scenarios here, guys. Either you have children or a child, or you have children around you, or your partner is acting like a child. Okay. So whatever the case may be, your ability to teach, nurture, and guide is the vibration that is needed. Let's see what the book says here really fast. The book says that this card is encouraging you to spend quality time with your children. Go out of your way to brighten a child's day. Give your attention freely and know that a little goes a long way. By investing in the younger generation, you invest in the future of humankind. If really this is a partner who is acting like a child, they may feel like they need a lot of attention, and you're giving them a lot of attention. And having a 9 over here with the 63, I just know for a fact that most of you are saying, I don't want to nurture that. I want it to end. Well, that's what 9 is. It's putting an end to that behavior. For others of you, it's just making you remember that children, you know, need that nurturing and they need to be worked with, right? And you have great parenting skills built within yourself. Don't forget that. Even when you feel like, I don't know, overwhelmed, kind of have this overwhelmed feeling from some of you. I don't know where this energy is coming from exactly, but it's kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of overwhelming me right now. I'm not sure what to do. Just remember that guidance is the key, right? And they look up to you. No matter what, children look up to you. On the other hand, I also have this other huge factor over here with you, Virgo. Somebody's partner is acting like a child. And that 9 is really coming in strong, telling me, I don't want to deal with this. What do I do? You're just going to have to nurture the situation. So pretty much the whole card is about nurturing. Or give it a 9 and you're going to have to walk away, right? One or the other. It's going to be up to you. But I would assume in a reading like this, this is one of those situations where it's either walking away is not an option. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about my partner who's acting childish. I would say unconditional love. Because even with children, the parenting card is about unconditional love and nurturing. You're going to have to try to support him and try to figure out how it is. So here we have with the compassion. Okay. Now look, if this is like I said, if this is one of those things you don't want to deal with, then that's just going to be the way it is, right? because I'm really feeling this is one of those situations where I'm overburdened. I don't know how to deal with this person. Compassion, you guys. 9 plus 9 is 99. Well, 9 plus 9, excuse me, is 18, which is 9 again. So you have 2 endings here. So for those of you who don't want to deal with it and you're going to walk away, have compassion when doing so. Open up your heart chakra and make sure that you know that they are truly loved, but you can't deal with it, right? I'm not your parent. I can't help you. But you're going to have to do it nurturing. Otherwise, for those of you who are still trying to stay or trying to nurture this child who's, overwhelming you no matter what, just remember to look beyond your judgments to see what lies beneath. There's a lot of truth to saying don't judge a man until you've walked in his shoes. Having the compassion, having the idea of what the pain is. When it's coming to the child, it's just remembering that even though the child is upsetting you, have the compassion to understand. Remember, they're only children. Children need to be taught. Okay, children are not adults. Okay, maybe they need to, this one actually says, you need to broaden your understanding to what they're doing, right? Think more like a child in some ways, so that way you can have the observations and come to the understanding of why they are doing what they're doing, right? And then that way you can come back at them compassionately, okay? This way, when you have that higher understanding and loving, you can align yourself not only with the divine and within yourself, but also with your child. And then that way you can try to solve the problem. Okay. Now remember, this is not going to resonate with everyone. Man, do I hear these things coming at me. Boy, do I hear a lot of things coming at me. Okay, so you're going to have to take this one how it resonates, okay? This is for someone out there who's doing exactly what I was saying, okay? Like I said, it might not be for everyone. Okay, so having these understandings. If it's your partner, are you dealing with somebody who's from a different culture, has different personalities, has different points of views, okay, has different dreams than you have? Okay, and is that what makes them, their upbringing? Did they not have the nurturing? Is that what makes them childlike? Right? So just using a little compassion and putting an end to the burden. So I'm thinking more that 9s are the endings to the burdens. With the 1 plus 4 equals 5, which is 14, coming in with the moderation. 5 is that uncertainty. You're having this uncertainty of what the outcome is going to be. But you need this change. But this change is going to come in moderation. You're going to have to work with them moderately. You can't look for huge change quickly, okay, because it's going to be moderate. So you can't expect that either. And you're just going to have to use moderation yourself. So the final outcome is it's moderately going to change. But of course, with the 5, there is an uncertainty, right? How do I know they're going to change? Are they really going to change? What if I do all these things and they don't change? So then it can also hit this lower vibration, right? Of that inconsistency of it not moving the way it wants to move, not doing exactly what you're hoping it's going to do. Okay. Does your partner, over drink, overeat, over exercise, and they need to take some moderation for them to, and is that what's causing this childlike behavior? I tell them not to over exercise and they're like, oh, do what I want, right? And then you're like, wow, what are you, 12? Right? So learning to be having moderation one way or another. Okay, so let's get some cards over here, guys. And it does feel that way too for some of you who are dealing with a partner. It feels like maybe they are overdoing something And it's like every time you open your mouth, they snap back at you and make you think, oh my God, putting up with a child. Or can't you put your shoes away? You know, why do you have to leave them out in the hallway so everybody can trip? They're like, oh, do what I want. You know, and it's like you're always having to nag, and you're like, I don't want to nag, but oh my gosh, you are like a 6-year-old. I mean, even for some of you might even be like, I have a 6-year-old. You act like you're 3 and I have a 6-year-old and they're better than you, right? Yeah, because you want an ending to this. You've come to the conclusion, for a lot of you who this is a partner, that you just really don't know what to do. Even if it's with children and they're really getting, you know, going all over the place and they're really just overwhelming you and you're like, right? Especially if you have young toddlers. Oh my God, I've already been there. Sometimes you just kind of lose your mind and you're like, okay, I gotta find the compassion inside because I can't, you know, I'm not doing this properly, right? We all go through this as parents. So, I don't know. It's just like, you don't know if there's going to be ever a change. And like I said, you're so overburdened. You're like, I don't think you'll ever change. It almost feels like there's this give up scenario with you, right? You're trying to escape the situation for some of you. There's this irresponsibility going towards, maybe if you have older children who are driving you crazy and you're like, oh God, I wish to be more responsible, going through that one too. You know, you got the 18, 19-year-old and they're just out spending the money or doing whatever they want, not being responsible. And you're trying to tell them how to do things, right? Or you just have this partner. God, for a lot of you, I really feel this is a partner. And it's almost like you try to blind yourself from it by ignoring it. But then the more you ignore it, the more it's like frustrating you. And it's almost like then you kind of like maybe even blow up at them a little bit, like stop being a child. And it's almost like they're blinded by their own actions. Now they're blinded by their own actions. They don't even see how they're acting. So they want to fight for it. They want to fight, right? They're trying to fight you, right? And if it's a child and you're trying to nurture them and trying to parent them, they're trying to fight you back, right? It's normal for children, especially at certain ages. I have 2 boys, so been there, done that one already. Especially around the ages of 9 and 10, seem to be a big one. 3 and 4, also a nice, that's a nice one for me, with my oldest. So, yeah. So you feel like there's this fighting, and it's almost like you're trying to fight for change. You're trying to fight for them to listen, and then they just don't want to listen, so you're just kind of like ignoring the situation. Having the compassion, showing the compassion with the Queen of Cups, opening up that intuition, looking further into the cup, trying to get further within, like I said, within them, to try to have the understanding of where they're coming from. Where are you coming from? That way you're not, you know, that way you can take time out and say, where are they coming from? What are they talking about? Why aren't they listening? Why aren't they doing these things? Okay. Having some healing for your own self. And also there's that, you know, the perfect timing to have some healing and get into the understanding and having that clarity of what's really going on. 2 cards of clarity, one's intuition and one's definitely just clarity itself, which is still, it's, you know, own mind is still intuition. But really focusing and really getting into the clarity mode so that way you can take a time out and say, you know what? I think I'm going to try to figure out why this is going on. Instead of allowing them to fight with me all the time, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to try to balance the situation. There you go. Balance the situation with them, trying to figure out what is the problem. Having the moderation will actually give you the Ace of Wands. This will actually give you more assertion to the situation. It will moderately move, but it'll also energize you and make you feel like you have new beginnings, right, to this change. This Ace of Wands is a very positive ace because it's upright. So therefore the moderation will be on a higher frequency of 5 being the change instead of feeling like it's going to be so inconsistent. So You have the Temperance over here. That's moderation again. Moderation and perfect timing to get assertive within this, situation. And this will help the Chariot keep moving as well. This will keep you balanced and help you understand and have better understanding to where everybody is coming from. But I think it's just one of those things, guys, you're just going to really, and then look at that. There's the end that you were looking for so much. I think really what it's going to do is put you kind of in a light to kind of sit down with them and be like, what is the problem, right? Without maybe even 100% saying what is the problem, right? Because if it's your partner, they're going to attack you. What do you mean there's a problem? There ain't no problem. So it's going to have to be a little bit different, right? So you're going to have to get intuitive to figure out how you're going to balance this out. You guys can do this. Like I said, it's going to have to do with compassion and nurturing the whole situation. Okay, and oh, Spirit, how many cards does Spirit give us here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. You guys, this whole reading is nines. It's really you wanting the closure. You really wanting this to end. You really want this to end so that the world, you want to close this chapter so that you can get a new chapter. This is really what this is all about. The closure, the ending. Wow. Okay, so that was the reading for you guys. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.